Hey everyone, this is Dave with UniversalMidiController.com, and this is a continuation of our videos talking about the product that we've produced. And today we're going to talk about an upgrade path for people who already have a Mills Violano and they've already got a MIDI system on it. And there are several different paths you can take to get the capability to control your machine via an iPhone or an iPad or basically any device that has a current browser on it. And so we'll talk about the various options, and if you want more information you can contact us and we can discuss it and go from there. So we'll start with one option which requires zero new hardware to be purchased on your part, and that assumes that your current solution is running the MIDI system that's produced by Mills Novelty, which is actually a pretty cool system. And with that system, you should have received a tablet computer and a little Midi dongle, which is what actually communicates to another Midi dongle in the belly of the Violano. So one of the upgrade paths that we support is to essentially install our software onto the tablet, and once that's installed, then you will have the capability to control your Violano with your phone or your iPads or your Android phone or whatever. And in addition, the current functionality that the Mills Novelty program provides is still available, which is it's a nice solution because it gives you a fallback. If for whatever reason one of the solutions quits working for whatever reason, you've got a fallback. So let's go ahead and give you a quick demonstration. I have installed the Universal MIDI controller software on this tablet, and so the first thing we'll do is let's show the Mills Novelty program running, and we'll play a snippet of a song. Okay, I went and put the keyboard on the tablet because we need to turn that on, use the keyboard for screen recording. So the first thing we'll do is show the Mills Novelty program controlling the Mills Violano, play a song, and then we'll go and use an iPhone to do the same thing. So let's go ahead and fire up the Mills Novelty program, and we will turn on screen recording. Okay, screen recording is turned on, so now you should be able to see the UI for the Mills Novelty program, which is actually pretty nice. I mean, you got to hand it to Mills. They did a really nice job designing this system. So anyway, let's play Baby Elephant Walk. So we'll click on Baby Elephant, and we'll hit Add, and then we'll hit this, and we'll hit Play. Sounds like I might have a string out of tune. But anyway, that shows, you know, the program that came with your MIDI system running the Violano. And so now let's do it with the iPhone. So I'll bring up the iPhone and turn on recording. If it'll let me, come on. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and exit this program, and now we'll bring up the Violano on the iPhone, and let's go play Baby Elephant Walk. Like I said, this solution requires zero hardware. You just need to send us your tablet and we will install the software. Unfortunately, there are a lot of components of the software and it's somewhat involved to install it, so we just can't send you a zip file where you can self-install. It needs to be done by us. Turnaround is probably about a week from the time we get it to the time we get everything installed, tested, and all that. So it's not horrible. And the nice thing is you've got two solutions to control your Violano for. So for whatever reason, the Mills Novelty program doesn't work anymore, you can still use the iPhone. If our software quits working for some reason, you can still use the Mills Novelty program. So it gives you some redundancy, which is pretty nice. Now the solution I just talked about, which requires zero hardware, does require the tablet to be on a Wi-Fi network. Most people have Wi-Fi networks within their home, so you just need to connect to it. If you don't want to do that for any reason, that's not a problem. We can provide you with a Wi-Fi router that you just plug into the wall, and that will create an isolated Wi-Fi network where you connect the tablet to, and you connect your iPhone to, and everything will work just fine. So those are two options. I do want to mention that with both of these options, the coin play feature, where you put a nickel in the coin acceptor and the machine will play, that is not an option for the two solutions I just talked about. The reason for that is there's special hardware that needs to go into the belly of the Violano for the coin play to work, and that hardware has to connect directly to the computer through a USB port, and obviously if your computer is outside the Violano, there's no way to connect it. So that's it for those two options. So we can now go on to option number 3, which does have additional hardware, and it's got some advantages, and we'll go ahead and talk about that now. So let me go get the hardware. So here is the hardware that we provide if you want to go with the more customized solution for your Violano player or any mechanical music machine which has been Midiized. And I'm not going to really get into what all the different components are, but basically you put this in the bottom of your machine, you plug it in, you plug in the MIDI cable into the MIDI board, which you should already have if this is an upgrade, and that's pretty much it. You plug everything in, you wait for things to initialize, you can then go to an IP address or violanoplayer.com on your browser, and you can control the Violano. So you don't need the WIDI hardware at all that was probably provided with your previous solution. You can just set that aside, and you know, as a fallback, if this hardware ever fails or whatever, you've got a fallback. You can plug in the old WIDI hardware, and in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes, you're on the old system. So the advantage to this system is you put it in the belly of the Violano, you plug it into the existing power connectors that are in there. So you turn on the Violano, you plug it in or whatever, in a matter of about 30 seconds, you're good to go. You don't need to do anything. With the previous solutions I talked about, when you're running on your tablet, you got to turn on the Violano, which is no big deal, plug it in, and then you got to go have your laptop and plug it in and wait for it to initialize and all that, which is fine, but you just have to have that laptop, you know, somewhere in the area within range for the blue WIDI dongle to talk to it. Most people probably just set it, you know, on top of the Violano or behind it or something. But this solution, you don't need to deal with that. You turn on the Violano, 30 seconds, you're good to go. In addition, if you do want coin play, the feature where you put a nickel in the coin acceptor and it plays a song, you need this hardware. And you also need a little additional hardware, like like I've said in the CoinPlay demo, or the CoinPlay video, that hardware should really be installed by someone who knows what they're doing inside the belly of the Violano, because there's some wiring that needs to be done. And I would not recommend the average person to attempt that. I mean, it's not really hard, it's only about 4 wires you got to connect, but unless you know what you're doing, you probably shouldn't do it. So that's it. Those are the upgrade paths to the people who already have a Mills Violano and want to upgrade it so that they can control it through an iPhone. If you have an early version of the Midi systems, the ones that ran on floppy and all that, we can upgrade those. There's 2 options. We could provide a tablet, just like Mills Novelty did, or it would be cheaper and better just to give you this hardware. And you would just unplug the hardware that reads the floppy disks, and you plug this in, you're good to go. You would need to send us the floppy disks so we can copy that music onto the system and get the files named appropriately and all that. And again, you're probably looking a week to 10 days for that, depending on how many floppy disks you have us to read. So that's it for now. Stay tuned. We'll be posting more videos shortly on our system. Thank you.